not be disappointed. And she looks amazing today, by the way.
Thank you, girl. You're super great. Thank you. This is great. What a beautiful event. What's up, you guys? Kind of glad I have these thunder shades on now because I got this like shiny light in my eye. You know, just peace to your day, everybody. That's the first thing I want to say. The synchronicities have been really dope. I mean, Chef Stacy, I'm literally up off every tree you have on that table right now, and I find that to be a synchronicity that lets me know I'm on the right track, right? I did like take it easy, I vibe in, I have a little bit, see how I feel, where I'm at, whatever else I'm having, think it through, and then at one point I was like, I'm just hungry, so I'm just gonna eat all this, and then you guys just get me turned all the way up, so here we go. And then another thing was, you ladies were talking about breathing from your heart, and the first thing I wanted to do with you guys is ask you if you wanted to do a little exercise with me, and because I hadn't thought about breathing from my heart, which is like, like I love any nugget in the day that's like a fresh nugget for me, is I want to try it, we'll try it breathing through our hearts. So the exercise I wanted to do is real quick, if you don't mind, just would like us all to take a moment, just be still for a moment, a little peace. And then I want to take a deep breath, hold it for 3 seconds. We're going to let it out for 3 seconds. And then we're going to do it again. Now we're going to do it 3 times. So Brooke, in your 333s, these angel numbers of Brooke is like a thing. And it's kind of one of the synchronicities that brought us even closer because the numbers keep coming. And I truly trust that all these signs are showing us our tribe, but also showing us our path. So we can be in our purpose and we can truly like be at peace and share that with others. Every moment's not perfect. Most of y'all that know me know I have twin 15-year-olds. So with that said, let's do the breaths and then we can keep talking. All right, so we'll take a moment and then I'll spark you off. You ready? All right, one deep breath. Hold it 3 seconds. You'll know I'm gonna let it out because I'm breathing my mind. All right, another deep breath. Hold it 3 seconds. And last one, just focus on one intention, make it a good one, because we're all way too high vibrating. We know it's not a good intention, so just make it good. Let's go. All right, ready? All right, I feel better. Thank you. I hope you all feel better as well. So when we're talking about healthy brain relationships, who better than to hand the mic to Brooke? Very healthy relationship, which is turned into a friendship, which is great for me and my goddess season where I do want to connect with my sister. Sometimes I don't show it that well because I do shut down and I go dark. So we are working on pulling me through that, and that's one of the things I want to say about relationships. So someone in your circle, no matter how tight it is, for us the tighter the better anyway, right? Somebody stronger somewhere where you may need a little helping hand. And sometimes it's that accountability partner that pulls you out of the things that are standing your way, which can only really be you because this is your experience. So when it comes to getting right with others, the first thing we do, and most of you that hear me speak, I say a lot of the same redundant things, but we heal from within, right? Easier said than done, ongoing process. I'll be 40 this year. I feel like I'm closer than ever to my true healing and just deep work. That's where it begins. It's not easy. It's much easier when you have others. When I look around, I see so many people that I'm learning how to trust, and I've known some of you for way too long, but we all have what we need to work on, right? So having trustworthy people around me, that's helping me heal that, 'cause for whatever reason I wasn't able to do it alone. So here we go. That's how you start to find your tribe. So one thing I recognize, I'll give you an example. Today on the road, somebody was getting buck wild on the freeway, as per usual, in the Vegas, guys. They was gonna get me. I don't know what I did, I don't know, but they was gonna get me, and I hit them with the pieces. if any of my people, y'all know peace has been my thing, because it's just like all about it for me. I don't necessarily always have it every moment, but I always get back there pretty quickly, okay? So I pieced them out, like a lot of peace, like, man, these kids, like, come on, like, and he backed off, like, probably sooner than he could have. So I just wanted to say that, I mean, giving that is what you're going to get back in return. So the first thing I'm going to say, some of it will be cliche, is if you want to have healthy brand relationships and brand partnerships, then you got to be that partner that you want. So knowing what I need to work on and holding myself accountable, always making up for it in other areas, right? That's been really a telltale thing where I know who my people are. Because the important thing is there's so many people, right? Like, you gotta find your people. And we would love to be, oh, we're so independent, we can do everything by ourselves until what? Until we're burnt out or we're tired or we don't have it in other areas. But with my trusted like partners, now I can delegate some of that. And sometimes we don't get to it right away. Brooke gets everything right away. But I mean, you know, it's nothing is perfection. And one thing we have to do is when we're overcoming different things, we just gotta be like a little bit nicer to ourselves. And again, easier said than done, but we're here for you. I'm that person, like shoot me a DM if you want to, like hit me up. I mean, don't come at me with no weird stuff, because I'm telling you, like, you know what I mean? But honestly, we're all a little weird, and some of us are very weird. And, you know, we're here. This is a beautiful community. I'm very quality over quantity in this season, so I don't mind at all like the numbers. I feel so much strength here. Each and every talk has been magnificent. Sometimes there are other things going on that are also magnificent, and I just know that I'm meant to be here and I'm meant to talk to all of you. So before I let you guys ask me anything you want to ask, because I kind of just am in where I want to go and what I want from all of us and what I want to live in, rather than just telling you a story about my life. Like, no disrespect to anyone else, but just this is where whatever I may have prepared or not, it just became this. So this is for you all. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Honestly, guys, like, the recipe is deep appreciation and gratitude. Like, learning how to do that for oneself. I mean, again, easier said than done. I listen to books, I listen to talks, TED Talks, Gary Zukov, See the Soul, Untethered Soul, like, just learning how to lead with my soul first, like, give you the true essence of me, so when you say you encountered me, you got the real me. For you, if it's not working out for us, you know, I'm gonna love you, but I'm gonna go over here, but I'm gonna love you, just know that, okay? But that's what understanding we need to get with ourselves. Self-awareness, I know my quirks, I know all of the things, and I don't know everything, and I know how to student mentality, so I'm always growing. So I'm not perishing, I'm growing because I'm learning, you know what I mean? But it's self-awareness, self-respect, self-love, and it's okay to be empathetic. Us ladies, like, they call us emotional, okay, or whatever. It's okay, like, it's okay. You're sensing that for a reason. Your gut is feeling something for a reason. It's not just ladies, it's you guys too. No more separation. I'm very feminist in this season as well, because it's like this season. However, I do recognize where the areas where society may be trying to separate us, right? Like races, sexes, anything to divide, right? I mean, I'm not trying to get all controversial and conspiracy up here, but this is the message that's coming through. So I want that unity here. I've been wanting it in our community. And I feel like at this point, you guys see where I'm coming from. We're going to treat ourselves how we want to be treated. And when we can't or we feel like we need something, we tap in. And that's the kind of relationships I've been creating. It's not always a walk in the park, but I have to, not even a but, I just have to trust my internal guidance system and just trust myself and just make sure I'm pouring in and learning and growing and tapping in. So that's the best way I can tell you to have an effective brand relationship. You are the brand, no matter what brand you're representing, you are the brand. Every day you're walking out here, you're networking, you're selling yourself. So start with a healthy brand relationship with yourself. And if you need to seek consultation or the homie look or whatever have you, then we're here. You know how to find us. Thank you. Any questions? I'm down there. Let's go. Oh boy. Yes. Yeah. Thank you. That's a lot going on. Yes, people. Oh, the future. I foresee. Honestly, I have to have my own farm. I have to have my own cultivation. We have some of our partners that are talking about different opportunities, but it doesn't even matter how it goes down. I see myself with the land, with the nature, just growing. I want to grow my own clothes, food, plants, cannabis, everything, and just live a simple life. Every day I feel like I get rid of more and more. Like, I don't even need all that stuff anymore. All you girls, you don't even get $9. I got all the sizes, I got all kind of clothes, all the stores that I'm supposed to start. I have so much inventory in my space. Tell me your size. I have gifts. I have Christmas gifts for everyone already. A lot of stuff, went on the back burner, but I'm just in the purpose. Like, I can tell, I can feel if it's right at this point, but I see that, I see water, I see views, just peace, like serenity. And I got 3 sons. They might be wild out right now, but they gonna take care of my house, okay? No, I love my boys. I see them just being super successful. I really, really see from my boys that they reflect the values that I instill in them, that they act like they might not really be paying attention to right now. That's like what I see, because yes, legacy, and I do feel like I put them in enough. How they always work, and I put them in enough that we have some residual income, and they have their stash, so I feel rewarded. Like I can kind of do my thing, and if I want to work in the cannabis industry, it's not always super liquid flourishing. I'm okay, but I just see the land, and I see us treating the earth a little better, at least for the sections of land that we cultivate, right? So, using that word cultivate, just real quick, like cultivating brand relationships, that's what we ended up calling it, growing and cultivating. A lot of people hit me up like, oh, you grow weed, and I was like, nah, but I was using that terminology because so much of what we do does go with that. We plant that seed, and we nourish it, and we harvest it, and do all the things, right? And they were talking about being in the cultivations and the plants, they dance, and they vibrated, and then it's a lady plant, no offense to you guys, right? But it's a lady plant, so you're dancing with little things, and they're so beautiful, right? So it's the layout is already there for us in this beautiful work of art plant that does indeed have something for everyone if they're open to receive what it has, you know what I mean? So that's my future. Anybody else? Thank you guys. What's up? How you doing?
We spoke earlier about this water.
Thank you.
I work with a lot of I'm just kind of curious. One thing I want to offer is they're highly very conscious. Do you have anything that is considered part of the brand working with it? And why do you work? Does that fit into this?
Wow, that's a really great question. So I've been on social medias, I've been on Facebook since 05, 06, whenever I started, Instagram since it started. So I have a decent following. Now Brooke knows every time she calls me an influencer or writes about my market and stuff, I'm like, Brooke, am I an influencer? I knew from the beginning that I was an activist for plants and for CBD. I knew that. However, once the influencer term came, I was just like, oh. And I guess we do put influence on people, right? But a lot of us do. But
Right market?
So with the monetization, for any of you guys that don't know, they haven't been monetized or whatever, they kind of just like, they're looking at your profile, you can kind of tell when they start, you know what I mean, with just stuff. They feel like you'll get a lot of traction, especially on the reels right now, because between me and you, just the way I look at it, I could be wrong, you guys feel free to correct me, but with the TikTok and how like explosive it is, I think Instagram's trying to re-up their reels, so they like reach out to people and they'll tell you, it's like, it's not a lot of money, but obviously we all like getting it when you start. They kind of like vibe you out. So they give you like a little bonus. See if you can do this in this amount of time. This is the max you can make. This is the minimum you can make. This is what you'll make for doing this. And this is the max that you can post. And then they want to see how you flow. Now, I haven't really gotten past that level, to be completely honest with you guys. I'm at the level people send me a bunch of stuff. I'm supposed to shoot all the stuff I get paid, all the things like that. There's a few different channels like that. There's an ambassador stuff that will just give you clothes if you just want it because you want your fashion over whatever have you. But that monetization, I haven't come up high enough on YouTube, TikTok, or IG yet to know what the next stage is. But I mean, I see it, it's going to be there. But I never cared. I never cared how many people saw it or anything. My whole thing is the same reason why I'm standing there in front of you. It's the message, it's the energy that I want to put out. Yes, I get high and review cannabis products there as well. But that's part of the joy. Like, that's part of what the ladies were saying before about breaking the stigmatization. No one can call me lazy. I get dressed. I'm not bum. Like, I love being in my sweatpants and my hat everywhere. Y'all don't say nothing because you know I like to be in basketball shorts. But anyway, but I had to break that stigma. I'm a mom. I'm taking care of my kids. I have my kids, you know. I raised them all by myself for 15 years. I mean, they're still here. We're all good. Everything's good. So, you know, so it's a walking example. And I think that's what I'm coming into. So with DeKalb, it stands for taking into consideration all lives. And it's benefiting a trusted mentor who's amazing. Anyway, right? So that's a brand I'm going to say, you know what? Every week at this time, every invoice, like, you the one. So I've been pouring a lot into them, but I'm really the one because you're all the one, man. Like, this is it. They say strike while the iron's hot. It feels hot. Like, the world is cooking, something's going on. But there's a billion galaxies that look like stars to us that have billions of stars inside of them. And we're just one soul here in the middle of all of this. Oh, God. So what you going to do with it? Like, let's go. And you got us right here. That's beautiful.
So being a brand ambassador in the cannabis realm, you feel a little bit run down. What do you do to kind of revamp that machine and remotivate people?
I love that. Honestly, like, I usually always take a minute like we did, you know, we kind of took a beat before we even started reading, we took a beat. I take that beat, right? Because a lot of times I do isolate, and I apologize to you guys, you know I love you, I do isolate, right? You gotta pour in so you can figure out where you're at. Because sometimes we're in the heat of an emotion, or like she was saying before, it's like, oh, they didn't like my idea, like you feel some type of way. Do whatever you can. Some people it's a shower, CBD bath soaks, as long as you have somebody to wake you up because you might fall out. You know,
You're the one. She's the one. She's not only just an amazing spirit inside and out, but when you come together as a team, she is someone that when she sees your vision, she will have your back and do it in the best mom